Hello and welcome to this 25-minute dynamic and energizing vinyasa flow. We'll begin in child's pose with your arms extended out in front of you, knees as wide as is comfortable, big toes touch, and forehead to the mat. Find deep inhales and exhales through the nose, finding your rhythm of breath. Coming through a tabletop pose, find your own rounds of cat-cow pose. So inhale to drop the belly, lift the gaze, and exhale to round through the spine, pushing up from the mat, dropping the crown of your head to the mat. Finding these at your own pace, remembering to breathe. And feel free to invite any organic movement that feels good into this pose. So maybe drop your hips back to your heels or shift your body weight past your wrists. Just finding what feels good in your body here. Extend that right leg out behind you and extend that left arm out in front of you. Gazing up, core is strong. And as you exhale, touch your knee to elbow. Extend and drop your knee and hand back to the mat. Switching sides, inhale that left leg back and that right arm out in front of you. Breathe. As you exhale, touch your knee to elbow, rounding through the back. Inhale to extend and drop your knee and hand back to the mat. Finding extended puppy pose, really melting your heart and chest towards the mat as you push into your palms, forehead to the mat. Hips are extended back and up towards the sky, continuing to press your chest down to the mat. Option to come onto the fingertips here for a deeper stretch in your chest. Breathe. Inhale to come back through tabletop, roll over the toes and come into downward facing dog. So pressing into the hands, shifting your hips up towards the sky. Begin to pedal out the feet, so bend one knee, extend the other leg, and switch, driving your heels back towards the mat. Finding these at your own pace. Just stretching out the hamstrings. Breathe. Gaze up, jump toward the top of the mat. Inhale to a halfway lift. Exhale to fold forward. Inhale, arms come up. Gaze up. Hands come through heart center and down by your side, mountain pose. Strong through the legs, begin to find neck rolls, slowly circling your head and changing directions when you're ready. Inhale your arms back up towards the sky, gaze up. Exhale, forward fold, hinge from the hips. Bend your knees to fold deeper. Inhale to halfway lift. Palm the mat, step back into a plank pose. Core is strong. Shift your weight forward, come through chaturanga. Inhale to an upward facing dog, chest is open, shoulders are back. Pressing your feet into the mat to lift your knees off the mat. And exhale back into downward facing dog. Take a breath here. Inhale that right leg up, 3-leg dog. Exhale, meet your knee to your left elbow. Inhale to extend back up. And then exhale that right foot to the outer edge of your right palm. Coming into a lizard pose, keeping that back leg strong as you shift your weight back and forth. Stay here in lizard pose for a few breaths, and then inhale to extend your leg back up, driving it through your arms. Inhale, come into a high lunge, bending through that right knee. Arms come up, strong through the back leg. And then coming through warrior 2. Left foot is parallel to the back of the mat, bending into that right knee. And inhale to a reverse warrior. Left arm comes to the left leg as you extend your right arm up. Coming through warrior 2, extended side angle pose, touching your right elbow to your right knee as you extend that left arm up, finding a straight line from your left fingertips to your left toes. Through warrior 2, extend that right leg, coming through reverse triangle pose. And back through warrior 2. Shift your body weight forward and bring your right hand to your right shin, ankle, or to the mat. Left arm is up, gazing up. Bring that left hand down and shift your left leg forward a few centimeters, folding over your right leg. It's okay to find a slight bend in the knees here to deepen the fold. Remember to breathe here. Square off the hips by slightly pushing your right hip back and your left hip forward. Inhale to gaze up. Bring your feet back into a plank pose, strong through the core. Shift forward into chaturanga. And inhale for your upward facing dog. Exhale, roll over the toes, downward facing dog. Inhale that left leg up, 3-legged dog. Exhale, touch your knee to your right elbow. Inhale to extend your leg back up. Bring that left foot to the outer edge of the left palm. Strong through the back leg, and again finding that shift in weight back and forth. Strong through the back leg, pushing out through the palms. Inhale to extend your left leg back up. And bring that leg through your arms, coming into a high lunge. Strong through the back leg, bending into that left knee. Core is strong. Hands are reaching up for the sky. Finding warrior two. Right foot is parallel to the back of the mat, bending into that left knee. Flip the front palm, reverse warrior. Right arm comes to the right knee. Left arm comes up, bending into that left knee. Coming through warrior two as you find extended side ankle pose. Left elbow to left knee as your right arm reaches up and over towards your ear. Strong through the core. Back through warrior two, extend that front leg, finding reverse triangle. Right arm to right knee, left arm up towards your ear. Breathe. Finding triangle pose as you shift your body weight forward, then drop your hand to either your shin, your ankle, or to the mat. Right arm is gazing up towards the sky. Strong through the legs. Breathe. Right arm comes down as you shift your right leg forward a few centimeters, coming into pyramid pose again. Squaring off the hips by pushing your left hip back and your right hip forward slightly. And finding more length by coming up on the fingertips and folding back over your left leg. Bring your feet back into a plank pose. Shift your body weight forward, chaturanga. Inhale to an upward facing dog. Gaze up. And roll over the toes, downward facing dog. Good job. Take a breath here. Shift onto the toes, come into plank, and lower all the way down to the ground. Pressing your feet into the mat, strong in the glutes, find baby cobra as you push your palms into the mat using your upper back to roll up. Drop back down. Hugging the elbows into your body, find baby cobra again, gazing over your right shoulder. Coming back onto the mat. Finding baby cobra one last time, gazing over the left shoulder. Forehead to the mat. Push yourself up into plank pose. Roll over the toes and come back into upward facing dog. Bend your right knee. Coming into wild thing. Pushing up through that left arm. Right arm drops back. Pushing up from the hips. Breathe. Coming back through plank. Inhale that left leg up. Coming into wild thing on the other side. Pushing up through the right arm, through the hips. Left arm drops back. Breathe. Come through an upward facing dog. Roll over the toes, downward facing dog. Gaze up, jump to the top of the mat. Inhale to a halfway lift. Exhale to fold. And touching your hands to your opposite elbows, just fold over your legs here, dropping all the tension in your upper body. Crown is reaching to the mat. Bend your knees generously and slowly start to come back up, vertebrae by vertebrae. Really stretching out the spine. As you come all the way up, roll your shoulders back and down, coming into mountain pose. Taking a breath here. Coming into tree pose. So you have the option of bringing your foot to your ankle, your shin, or to the inner groin. Finding prayer pose as you find your drishti point or your single pointed gaze to find your balance. Strong through the standing leg. Breathing deeply. Drop that foot back down, switching sides, bringing your other foot to the other side, finding your balance, hands in prayer position. Breathe. Bring that leg back down, face the front of your mat, coming onto your knees. Knees are hip width distance apart, and we'll find half camel pose and full camel pose. Bringing your hands to your lower back. Draw those elbows together. Draw your shoulders back and together. Slowly start to push from the hips, pushing forward, pushing your chest up toward the sky, and dropping your head back if that feels comfortable. Breathe through any sensations that you feel. And drop your hips back to your ankles. Rest your palms over each other. Coming back up on the knees, you have the option to stay in half camel pose, which is what we just did, or you can come into full camel pose. So draw those shoulders and elbows back and together. Push forward from the hips. And then find your hands to your ankles, dropping your head back if that feels comfortable for you. Finding full camel pose. Breathe deeply here. Bring your hands back to your lower back to straighten the spine and sit back on your ankles. We'll find child's pose. Bringing your knees as wide as is comfortable for you, extending your arms out in front of you. Just feeling the energetic effects of that back bend we just did. You also have the option to come into a more restorative pose. bring your arms behind you, resting them by your side. And breathe. Come back to downward facing dog. Shift onto the toes. Come into a plank position. Find chaturanga as you bend your elbows. Inhale to an upward facing dog. And exhale to find downward facing dog. Pressing into those hands. Jump to the top of the mat. Inhale to halfway lift. Fold. Inhale, arms come up to the sky. Gaze up, palms touch. Exhale your hands back down. Finding a wide-legged forward fold. Hands come to hips as you inhale to find length in the spine. Toes are slightly facing in as you fold forward from the hips. Hands come to the mat. Left arm touches the mat as you extend your right arm up. Gaze up. And switch, right arm comes down to the mat as you inhale, extend that left arm up towards sky, gazing up. And back down to the mat. Just fold over here for a few moments. Bringing your hands to hips to come back up to a standing position. Come back into plank. Shift your body weight forward into chaturanga, finding an upward facing dog. Roll over the toes, downward facing dog. Awesome job. Come high on the toes, drop the knees, and come into a seated position. Come to the middle of the mat and lay down on your back. Finding happy baby as you push your knees towards the outside of your ribs, grabbing onto your feet. Breathe. Coming back into a seated position. Coming into your final stretches now as you bring your right arm to your left knee, left arm comes behind you as you gaze over your left shoulder. Come through center, right arm comes behind you, left arm to your right knee as you twist and extend, breathing through the lower back. Come through center, really finding gratitude for yourself for showing up on your mat today and practicing with me. Finding final neck rolls. switching directions whenever you're ready. Finding stillness as you breathe. Feeling the energetic effects of today's class. And taking that through your day. Inhale your arms up to the sky and through heart center. Namaste.